What's going on, everyone? My name is Marshadow. I am your coach of the multi-category bringing you guys our draft analysis for the GDA, the Galar Draft Association. In case you couldn't tell by the name of it, this is a Galar Dex draft, so very similar to JLPC, except it's point-based as opposed to tier-based. And I really like my draft. I think it has a lot of good offensive threats with some pretty good defenses, with decent defenses and some point filler. So for our first, we were the 16th overall pick, meaning that we were the last team to pick in the first round, meaning that I was sniped. I really wanted Zapdos. Zapdos would have been really fun. It's a really good Pokemon, and from what I've heard, it's really fun to use. I really wanted Zapdos, but I got sniped. So we ended up going with Victini. Victini is a phenomenal Pokemon. It gets access to the incredibly powerful V-Create. It gets then Headbutt as its other coat and its Psychic Stab, but gets access to the incredible Bolt Strike, which is going to be even more accurate because of its ability Victory Star, so I believe it's like 97.5% accurate. It also gets Energy Ball, Grass Knot, Scorching Sands, which all of those are really good. It gets Expanding Force if we do happen to fight a Psychic Terrain team, we could use that. Yeah, as you can see, it gets Shadow Ball, it gets U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp if we want to run that. Yeah, overall this is going to be a really fun Pokemon to use, but it does have a couple of things that it struggles with, and mainly it struggles with bulky Psychic types. So our next pick was there to break down the bulky Psychic types and also kind of to act as a late game cleaner once Victini has done its work, and that Pokemon is Weavile. Weavile is a fantastic Pokemon, and pretty much what it does is it breaks bulky Psychics with knockoff, which removes any Wakan berries or Aqua berries that people might have. To deal with Victini, it's going to remove those. With knockoff, it's going to break the bulky Psychics. Think Pokemon like Indeedee or why can't I think of any bulkies? Or Slowbro or Pokemon like that, which my team is really gonna have some trouble dealing with. This Weavile is going to break them. Now, next up, I want a really good Scarfer. So I got Cortana. Cortana is a Pokemon that I really like using. Although I've never used it in Draft League before. So hopefully this will be really fun and it will be really nice, because I really like Cortana. I think it's a fantastic Scarfer. It's a fantastic Choice Band Pokemon. It has access to Beast Boost, which is going to make it even more powerful as it snowballs across. So hopefully this can make great use of this. Right now we have a very frail team. Cortana and Weavile have paper thin defenses. Cortana has okay physical bulk, but really they're not going to be taking many hits. And Victini, while its bulk is much better, it's still going to struggle with repeated hits because it doesn't get any recovery. So I want to minimize the damage that all of these take, as well as get a good status absorber, and so we grab Left Key. So originally I had Slowbro in this spot, But later on in the draft, I noticed I really needed a fairy type. And Klefki is also really good because it gives me a priority dual screen with its prankster ability. It gets a bunch of really nice moves. It gets light screen, it gets reflect, it gets thunder wave, which is in the priority. It's also a steel type, so it's going to be immune to any toxics. As well as I think it did not get Heal Bell. Why did I think it got Heal Bell? Whatever. And it still has 80 in both attacking stats, so it can still do some damage with Flash Cannon, Dazzling Limb, or if we want to run physical. I do believe it gets. Dang it, Iron Head. Okay, that's why I don't run physical, but it does get access to Play Rough. It does get access to Seal Beam, Spikes, Toxics, Switcheroo, so hopefully we can make good use of this thing as both a way to absorb burn, because a burned Kartana, burned Weavile is not very good, and a poisoned Victini is less than ideal. So hopefully we can have Klefki absorb any of that stuff. And next up, add more physical attackers as we grab Scolipede. Scolipede is a Pokemon which is really fun to use. It gets access to Speed Boost, so it will just keep getting faster every single turn you don't kill it. It's going to get faster and harder to kill it. Also gets access to Swords Dance. Megacorn is a fantastic move, as well as Poison Jab for and I might think it struggles with Steel type, but it gets access to Earthquake, so that will not be a problem, as well as it can have, well, giving us a grounded poison type, making Toxic Spike much less of an issue. And speaking of Toxic Spike, also a fantastic setter of said Toxic Spikes, giving us more hazards to stack along with Klefki's Spikes. We now have Scolipede Toxic Spikes. And as if we were lacking physical attackers, we also grabbed Mudsdale, giving us our final hazard in Stealth Rock. This means that the only hazard we're now missing is Sticky Webs. And let's be honest, when you have Weavile, Kartana, and Klefki, I don't think Sticky Webs are gonna be much of an too necessary. Mudsdale is a fantastic Pokemon that I have used to great success in Ocean League. It is a Pokemon that I really like using, and yeah, if you need a bulky ground type, Mudsdale is really good there. And finally, we're going to get an offensive special attacker in the form of Silvally. Silvally is just pretty much just flex tape. Oh, I forgot to draft a dark type, but it's okay because he got Silvally. Oh my god, how could I forget a rock type? No, it's fine, I got Silvally. Oh god, I don't have a ground immune. Okay, it's fine, you have Silvally. In case you can't tell, Silvally just does everything, and I absolutely love it. The only problem is if I want to run anything other than Silvally normal, I will be using up my item slot, but it is fine. It also doesn't have an ability because it needs to have RKS system in order to function, but it does get access to some fantastic moves. It gets Sword Dance, it gets Multi-Attack, which is a 120 base power move, but you'll always have Stab, and can change typing. It's literally the exact same as Judgment. Let me check. Judgment. Actually, it's more powerful than Judgment. Judgment is only 100 base power, and Multi-Attack is 120 base power. It also gets some fantastic coverage. You can also run special. It gets access to Flash Cannon, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Surf, Substitute, as you saw, Draco Meteor, Heat Wave if we really want to run that. Outrage, Parting Shot is fantastic, Psychic Fang, Shadow Ball, U-Turn, Tri-Attack, X-Scissors, and Headbutt. Oh my god, this thing gets so many freaking moves and I absolutely love it. Let's get more physical attackers. Anyways, our next Pokemon being Druddigon. I needed a dragon type for the only one left. Not the only one left, but the best one left. It does give us access to Rough Skin, Sheer Force, and Mold Breaker, all of which are fantastic abilities if we want to run a more defensive set, because its bulk is decent. 77, 90, 90 is not bad, it's not horrible. We could run a physically defensive set with Rocky Helmet. We could run Sheer Force, which is how you would normally do it, with stuff like... It is unfortunate that Dragon Claw is not boosted. I don't think Scale Shot is either, which is unfortunate. I didn't get Mold Breaker, so I do believe you get access to Earthquake. Yeah, so if we run into like a Latios or something, well, I guess Latios would just use Red Dragon, but if we run to like a Flygon, god damn it, why is it? Let's look at a Levitate Pokemon. Bronzong. Well, now we can have Earthquake with Mold Breaker. It's gonna hit it, or Haunter, or Hydreigon. God damn it, why are there so many? Or Weezing or something, or Galarian Weezing. Or Zoroarks, or something like that, but we have a Mold Breaker, which you can ignore that Levitate, which is really, really nice. It also gets some great coverage. It gets access to Hone Claws. I do believe it gets Sword Dance. I get Sucker Punch, Super Power. It's another Rock Setter. Do you not get access? Yes, you don't get Sword Dance. It does get Scale Shots, which I already said. Hopefully, this should be really, really fun. Next up, we drafted our first special attacker. Except Klefki and Silvally, they're special attackers, but Klefki doesn't count. It's a support Pokemon, and Silvally is much more of a physical attacker, simply because it does get access to multi-attack. So if it doesn't get a special move of its type, you can run physical. But our first 100% non-supportive special attacker, Inteleon. Inteleon is a Pokemon. It's just fun. It does get access to the combination of Scope Lens, Sniper, and then its signature move is Snipe Shot, which has a high critical hit chance. So a crit Snipe Shot is going to be doing a lot of damage. Or if we want to not rely on crits, then we could run Hydro Pump or Surf. It also gets access to some fantastic coverage in Ice Beam. It gets Air Slash. It gets Dark Pulse. It's a bunch of stuff. Shadow Ball. U-Turn, which is fantastic. Weather Ball if we really want to. Scald if we want to run a more defensive set, which I wouldn't, but you could. So yeah, Inteleon, and then we have another special attacker in the form of a Swoobat. Swoobat gets access to Unaware, Clutch, and Simple. Simple is what we'll usually be running, allowing us to use Simple boosted Calm Mind, which will boost our special attack and special defense by 2 stages each. And we could run something like Calm Mind, Roost, Air Slash, and Stored Power, and that will wreck through Team on its own, with just a little bit of support to deal with steals from maybe a Silvally Ground, or Mudsdale, Kartana, 15 Weavile. So yeah, that on its own. It also gets access to Unaware, so we could run a defensive set like Calm Mind, Roost, Defog, and Air Slash. Something like that with Unaware, and then we will just be taking hits all day long. Or we could run Clutch. I do believe you get Trick. You do get Trick. So we could run something like trick AP because of Klutz. We can actually trick our Assault Vest if we have Klutz, and then shut down something like a Volcarona or Mimikyu or something like that. So hopefully that will be really fun. So then for our next Pokemon, we need some point fillers, so we grabbed Cubfu. Cubfu will give us a fighting type. It's our only fighting type, as you can see, besides Solale. It has Inner Focus, which is nice because it can't be intimidated. It does get a Violet, so we could use these fantastic defensive stats along with close combat. It does get access to bulk up, so it's gonna have slightly more defense and stuff like that. But yeah, and you can't fake it out, and you can't intimidate it, so you can't do stuff like that. For our final Pokemon, we grabbed Swirlix, which I'm pretty sure half the people watching this did not even know existed. It does get Unburden with its fantastic speed stat of 49, or we could run Sweet Veil like a normal person. It is just like Cubfu, it can run a Violet, and then we could run something like Cotton Guard, and now we're super defensive. Or I do believe we get Calm Mind. There we could do something Cotton Guard, Calm Mind. Do you get Body Press? You don't get Body Press, that sucks. Like that with Toxic and Protect, and then we're pretty much just killing anything that isn't a Poison or Steel type. Just like that, and that should be really fun. And it does have 59 special attack, which, considering it's an NFE, is not bad. A Cubfu had 90 attack, I did not know that. Yeah, so I think that could be really fun. So yeah, hopefully we can do well with this team. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see some GDA. Make sure to subscribe to Tiger VGC, the commissioner of this league. And with that, I will see you all next time.